Good morning, my dear students. Hope that you are fine. You are staying in the house. Stay safe and maintains the rules and regulations. Okay, now today we will discuss chemistry chapter 8. The name of the chapter is chemistry and energy. In the previous class also we have discussed on this chapter. We have discussed the electrolysis of sodium chloride, electrolysis of water and more topics. Okay, now today we will discuss the galvanic cell. It is also very important topics of this chapter. Okay, all of you see that first of all I have written what is galvanic cell. The electrochemical cell in which chemical energy converts to electrical energy is called galvanic cell. That means in galvanic cell chemical energy is converted to the electrical energy. Now I will discuss the structure and mechanism of galvanic cell. So all of you write it, I will tell, then you write. Okay, everybody start writing. Okay, let's start. Daniell cell is example of galvanic cell. In the anode, half cell zinc rod is dipped into the zinc sulfate solution, and in the cathode, half cell copper rod is dipped into the copper sulfate solution. A salt bridge is dipped into the both of the half cell solution, and two electrodes are connected by copper wire. An electric bulb is connected with the wire. Okay, so it is the structure of galvanic cell. Now mechanism. In the anode zinc releases 2 electron to form zinc 2 plus ions in the solution. The released electron is deposited in the anode and then flow to the cathode half cell. Copper 2 plus accepts electrons to form copper metal on the surface of cathode. Due to the flow of electrons, electricity is produced and light is blown up. Okay, now reaction. Anode reaction. Zinc donates, zinc it is solid, it donates 2 electron to form zinc 2 plus ion, it is aqua. Then cathode reaction. Copper 2 plus ion receives that 2 electron to form, so copper 2 plus ion, it is aqua, it receives 2 electron to form copper solid. Okay, now the cell reaction. Cell reaction is zinc solid state, then copper ion, it is aqua, then it forms zinc ion and copper. Okay, all of you see that in the galvanic cell, in the anode oxidation occur, that means electron donation occur. Zinc donates 2 electron to form zinc 2 plus ion, it is anode reaction. And in the cathode, it is reduction reaction, copper 2 plus accepts 2 electron and to form copper. So now it is the cell reaction will be zinc plus copper ion, then it will be zinc ion plus copper. So I have discussed the galvanic cell. At first I have told the structure, then I have told the mechanism, Then I have given the reaction. Okay, all of you write it in your class or copy. Okay, dear students, today's second question is dry cell. All of you see that I have written what is dry cell. Then I will discuss the structure and mechanism of dry cell. So first of all, what is dry cell? The galvanic cell in which electrolytic substance is used as paste is called dry cell. So now I have drawn a diagram of dry cell. All of you see that it is the paste of ammonium chloride, zinc chloride. Then it is the layer of manganese dioxide. Then this is graphite cathode and this is zinc anode. So now I will discuss the structure and mechanism of dry cell. So first of all, structure. Okay, all of you write it. I am telling. A zinc pot is used as anode. A zinc pot is used as anode. The pot is filled with manganese dioxide, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. And starch is added to condense the paste. Starch is added to condense the paste. Then now the mechanism. Mechanism is zinc releases electrons to form zinc 2 plus in the paste. The released electrons are accepted by ammonium ion and manganese dioxide. Ammonium ion and manganese dioxide, as a result, a flow of electron occur inside the cell. We know that the flow of electron, due to the flow of electron, electricity is produced. Okay, now I will write the reaction. Anode reaction, cathode reaction, then cell reaction. First of all, anode reaction. Anode reaction. We have seen that zinc, it is solid. Zinc donates 2 electron to form zinc ion, zinc 2 plus ion. Then cathode reaction. Ammonium ion receives that 2 electron and manganese dioxide, and it produces ammonia gas plus dimanganese trioxide plus water. Okay, then what is the cell reaction? We see. Now the cell reaction is zinc plus ammonium ion plus manganese dioxide, then it produces zinc ion plus ammonia gas plus dimanganese trioxide plus water. Okay, now everybody see the reaction. In the anode it is oxidation reaction and in the cathode it is reduction reaction. So in the anode zinc donates 2 electron and 2 form zinc 2 plus ion, and ammonium ion receives that 2 electron and manganese dioxide reacts with that to produce ammonia gas, dimanganese trioxide and water. Now what will be the cell reaction? This 2 electron, it is minus and it is plus, it will deducted. Then we are getting zinc plus ammonium ion plus manganese dioxide. It is zinc ion plus ammonia gas plus dimanganese trioxide plus water. So it is the cell reaction of dry cell. So from the dry cell, again I am telling, at first I have given what is dry cell, then I have given the diagram, then I have told the structure of dry cell, then I have given the mechanism of dry cell, then I have given the reaction. So all of you write the answer accordingly. Dear students, today's next question I have written, what is nuclear reaction? All of you see that I have written the answer. The reaction in which one nucleus converts to another one or more new nucleus is called nuclear reaction. So here all of you see that it is uranium, its atomic number 92 and mass number 235. So if it is struck by neutron, then it makes krypton and barium and 3 neutron and a huge amount of energy. So here one nucleus, it is just converted to another two nucleus, one is chromium krypton, another one is barium. So now in the second one, hydrogen and hydrogen, it is atomic number and mass number. So these two hydrogen combining together, these two nucleus combine together and form helium nucleus and one neutron and huge amount of energy. So this type of reactions are called nuclear reactions. Now nuclear reactions are of two types. One is nuclear fusion and another one is nuclear fission reaction. So I am giving that one also. Okay, everybody write it. Okay, dear students, I am in the next question. I have written nuclear fission reaction. So I told that nuclear reaction are of two types. One is nuclear fission, another one is nuclear fusion. So now nuclear fission reaction. The nuclear reaction in which heavy nucleus dissociates into smaller nucleus is called nuclear fission reaction. That means one heavy nucleus is broken down or it converts to another two nucleus, smaller nucleus. Here uranium, it is a heavy nucleus. And now it dissociates into a smaller nucleus. One is krypton, another one is barium, and 3 neutron and huge amount of energy are produced in this reaction. Okay, now second one is nuclear fusion reaction. Nuclear fusion reaction, the nuclear reaction in which heavy nucleus is formed by joining of smaller nucleus is called nuclear fusion reaction. That means here a heavy nucleus, a big nucleus is formed by joining two or more smaller nucleus. Here hydrogen, two nucleus, and they make a heavy nucleus, it is helium, and 1 neutron and huge amount of energy. So we have seen that a nuclear reaction are of two types. One is nuclear fission reaction, another one is nuclear fusion reaction. So now question may come in this way, that what are the differences between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion reaction? So in this case, a heavy nucleus, it dissociates to a smaller nucleus, and in this case smaller nucleus, by joining a smaller nucleus, it forms a heavy nucleus. This is the main difference between two reactions. Okay, now everybody write it. Okay, dear students, we are in the end of our lecture today. So after the lecture we have to give the homework. So all of you see that I have given the homework. I have given 3 questions on the discussion topics. Today I have discussed, first one is describe the structure and mechanism of galvanic cell. You write the answer with diagram. Then second one, I have given the structure and mechanism of dry cell, also diagram. So you also write it in your homework copy. Then third one, I have just given what are the differences between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion reactions. So these 3 questions I have given the homework. So dear students, today I have discussed very important lesson. First one is galvanic cell. The Daniell cell is a kind of galvanic cell. So I have discussed the structure and mechanism of galvanic cell with the reaction, and also I have shown the diagram. Then second, I have shown the structure and mechanism of a dry cell. Then I have shown the nuclear reaction, and also I have told that nuclear reaction are of two types. One is nuclear fission reaction, another one is nuclear fusion reaction. So I have also told what are the differences between them. So all of you write these 3 question answer in your classwork copy, and also you do it in the homework copy and submit it to your subject teacher. Okay, thank you everybody.